Marshals episode 6 isn't just another mission. It feels like a turning point. Tate gets caught in the middle of it all, and as the case starts slipping out of control, out of the shadows could be where everything begins to fall apart. To be honest, out of the shadows, the 6th episode of Marshals feels like a major turning point, not only because of the action, but also because of the characters' emotional states. This time, Tate is right there with Kayce, so it's not just him bearing the burden of a narrative. It's easy to see that this isn't your usual case of the week arrangement. Tension is present, but it feels heavier and more intimate. Kayce is now pursuing something he might not be able to solve, rather than merely suspecting. And everything is clouded by that uncertainty. The entire expedition begins to fall apart when the Marshals are unable to locate the missing females. Something that was previously controlled and concentrated now feels brittle. Kayce is faced with something he has been trying not to acknowledge all season. Sometimes, regardless of how hard you fight, you still lose. The momentum has vanished, and the confidence begins to wane. And it's through Tate that the episode truly shines. The performance slows down and focuses on him for the first time in a long time. In addition to being Kayce's offspring, he has been carrying far more than he ought to. Tate has been surrounded by chaos, violence, loss, and ongoing instability ever since Yellowstone. And at last, we're witnessing the effects of that on him. His granddad has passed away, his uncle, and now his mom. Grief like that doesn't simply go away. It adheres. Over time, it grows. It's also a lot to bear for someone his age. This episode brings something front and center instead of putting it in the background. Because Kayce is compelled to tell his son that his friend might not make it, which is one of the most difficult situations a father can encounter. And the weight of that is palpable. There isn't a perfect way to put it. There are no words that truly make things easier, especially not for a child who has already experienced so much. How do you explain the fact that sometimes doing everything correctly is insufficient? Can those things still fall apart despite your best efforts? This is not simply another difficult discussion for Kayce. It goes further than that. It undermines his self-control and perhaps even his identity. He has been clinging to the notion that he can still make a difference and safeguard people during the entire season, that he still possesses that aspect of himself. However, this episode truly challenges that notion. The lawsuit itself is becoming increasingly risky at the same time. The mission abruptly alters when the Marshals learn that a dangerous biker gang is holding the missing girls. Finding someone is no longer the goal of this. It's about entering a society where control and fear are the norm and violence is the usual. And there's no easy way to do it. The crew must therefore go covert. They must blend in, take chances, and hope they are not discovered. However, even the slightest error might blow everything up in a circumstance like this. The tension simply increases after that. Every action feels dangerous. Every choice is important. The tale revolves around Kayce and Tate, despite the dramatic and unpredictable action. Because Tate is coping with something equally genuine back home, while Kayce is out there risking his life. He is beginning to realize that there is danger in the world. Perhaps it never was. And you are changed by that realization. Tate may begin to truly change at this point. He has been attempting to maintain a semblance of normalcy up until this point. But you can see that fading after everything he's been through. He may emerge from this stronger, but he may also become more reticent and guarded. Perhaps even beginning to resemble some aspects of Kayce himself. Because suffering does just that. It transforms you. Tate believes that this is one of those pivotal experiences that subtly transform a person. Kayce, meanwhile, is reaching his own breaking point. He is losing something with each mission. He becomes a bit less of the guy he once was with each choice he makes. And now that Tate needs him more than ever, it's becoming increasingly difficult to maintain that balance between obligation and family. There's not much space left for him. Thus, the question of where he draws the line becomes inevitable. How far can he travel until there is nothing left of him to return to? That's what really sets Out of the Shadows apart. It's a pivotal moment rather than just another episode. It goes beyond simply rescuing the girls. It goes beyond simply eliminating a deadly group. It concerns whether Kayce can cling to what remains of his family while pursuing a course that continues drawing him more and farther away from it. The episode's central question is straightforward but profound. What happens if the man who is meant to keep everyone safe is unable to keep the most important person safe? One thing is evident as episode 6 approaches. The plot is moving into more somber, emotional territory. The fights seem more intense, the stakes seem higher, and the repercussions are beginning to affect people much more directly. And whatever comes next, Kayce and Tate don't simply walk away from it. It will remain with them. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives like this. See you in the next review.